Okay. It's that time, 4 o'clock on the dot, and we're going to be prompt. Okay. So, welcome to Accoutrement Live. I am your host, Chef Ed Porter, and we're here to get to know the men and women behind the food and also get their personal accounts on what it was like for them to be in the pressure cooker. Also, later on in the broadcast, a few of our viewers will have a chance to join our live and ask one question of their very own to the esteemed guest that we have tonight. So without further ado, let's get this thing going. Rhode Island's finest, the chef wizard behind Cucina Rustica. Sorry about that. And, you know, this guy is a heavy mercenary. Also, my next guest, my other guest, who's already on the screen, Mr. Robbie Jester. And that right there is Delaware's finest. Then we got the two guys. And also, we know it's the reunion of the roomies. So it's good to see you fellas. Man, I'm happy we can do this. Oh, you guys see. All right, so we had a little. It was an email earlier about that. I didn't get it.
I felt bad for you. I feel bad for you.
I didn't get it about the hat. Hey,
I'm on the outside as the only guy with me.
It is what it
I
is.
feel bad.
Exactly. All right, so first and foremost, what are you guys drinking? What is it?
I got.
Oh,
So
I got
this for Ed because I mean Robbie, because I know Robbie's a big bourbon guy. So
So that being said,
yeah.
I am a big bourbon guy, but I got a little rye. So I got Whistle Pig Piggyback Rye.
Okay.
yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. I know that one very well. I know that one very well. I myself, I'm drinking a little something I call Primary Smash. It is also whiskey based. It is Uncle Nearest 1884, some blackberries, some Demerara sugar, some rosemary, and some lime.
Brian and I both with brown liquor. We poured out a glass, and Ed with some fancy ass shit that he made.
Listen. I said the drink of your choice. Okay. Anyway, let's get it started. So, this is for both you guys. What was your first impressions of the other chefs in the house when you first walked in? What was your initial reactions? We'll start with you, Brian, first.
I noticed everybody was, besides me and you, and Robbie, I noticed everybody was younger. And I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous as a motherfucker walking in that place, man. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like the underdog just from walking in and us talking. Like, they didn't show us really relating on TV, like us talking about each other and stuff like that. So, but they don't really see it, but you could tell, like, the first show, like, I didn't really talk. I was just like trying to like get a grip of everything. I was like, what the hell did I sign up for? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, what the hell did I sign up for? Yeah,
So a little too late now.
I just put my apron on. I was just like, fuck it, man. Let's go. I gotta figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, sizing people up as like regular humans dressed in regular human clothes. Like, when you first meet everybody, like, I knew that there had to be some strong personalities because we got chose to be on the show. But you really, like, chef to chef, you really don't know until you're standing next to somebody and you watch them with a chef's knife before you can see what they got. So sizing up people to figure out who were my type of people and who weren't was probably more what I was doing. But you don't really know as a chef until you get it.
Yeah.
Very true. After the first challenge, because that's when, like you said, Robbie, once you side by side, shoulder to shoulder, knife to knife, that's when you know, per se, who's who and who is what. So after the first challenge, who was the one chef that you felt maybe is the guy I got to watch out for, or girl I got to watch out for in this challenge?
Absolutely,
Robbie,
Renee.
start with you first.
You know, her first dish, the scallop dish, the way that she carried herself, she didn't have to tell you how great she was. She just put it on the damn plate. And that still,
absolutely,
even having gone through the whole show, that plate is one of my favorite plates the whole show.
Absolutely.
I agree. Renee was a force to be reckoned with, especially right off the jump. I knew But like Robbie said, it was kind of hard. You know, that was the first dish, and like we weren't really paying attention, like watching what everybody's doing. Like, you were sitting next to me, so I could see what you were doing, and I seen what Gina was doing and stuff. But Renee definitely, I think Sergey was a threat from the beginning. His dish was pretty badass. So I'd have to say probably Renee and Sergey.
Yeah.
You know, Mike's phenomenal, but I wasn't impressed with like his ravioli. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, no.
Right. Nothing's wrong. I'm gonna tell you, for me, it was also Renee, but this is for different reasons. So it was Renee for me because if you remember, so we had our stations, right? We were by so before the first thing I was trying to do was get that head station that looked into the stove.
She snapped it up.
Right when I was going to do it, she did it. So that showed me that we have the same thought process. I mean, okay, all right, that's a problem. I don't need another meat running around here.
Like, I'm taking it. Like,
I'm gonna claim this right here for me, and that for me, that was like, okay, and then the skeleton.
Shout outs, by the way. Shout out to everybody that was on the show. Renee, all you guys, man. Shout outs to all you guys.
Absolutely. No. It's listen. The cast was amazing, and it was an experience that we will never forget, and it will only be one first. That's for real. Okay. So I'm gonna go with this. What is your favorite? And you already said some of this. You tilted to this, Robbie, but I'm gonna go a little different. What was your favorite dish that you made on the show? I'll start with you, Brian.
Probably that breakfast hash that you whooped my ass with. Probably. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no. Oh, Robbie loved it.
Take it personal, damn it.
No, it's not personal. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I actually thought it was flip flops. No, yeah, the hash was.
Yeah, Lana did.
It was.
I think Lana said that too. I think not for nothing. You're my boy. I think if I would have just added a little more technique or plated it different, I think I would have given you a better run for your money.
So. Listen. You were nervous. You were nervous. I seen you. You were very nervous.
You're like, fuck. You put raw fish
I was very nervous.
You do really well. I hear.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's the ticket.
I seen you with a minute. I seen you with a minute left, and then you forgot to do something. And I'm like, oh, Eddie. I'm like, fuck, man.
And like, in the true gentleman scholar you are, bro.
Yeah,
you was
man,
like, dude,
you would have did it for me too if you seen me struggling or if we would have all did it for each other. You know, it's like I'm not trying to go home on a default. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay.
The mom's pasta bolognese in the finale. For me,
listen. I have attempted at least 5 times to make the garlic toast. I know you have.
I can't do it.
I know you have.
I don't know.
I know you have to. So that was the one thing that I didn't see when we did the prep. You had you had the garlic. You was I was also deep in.
That actually wasn't awesome.
In pork belly.
So it was. I felt like I needed something to go with it, and I just started thinking about like growing up and getting mom's spaghetti sandwiches. Like, and to be honest with you, the spaghetti, I didn't even need the fucking spaghetti. I just needed I just needed the sauce and the bread.
Listen,
so like that, I was thinking about that.
Listen, that garlic toast. I took a bite and was like, "What the?" I think everybody at the table looked around and was like, "What the hell is this?"
No, because it looked like Wonder Bread, right? No. It didn't look like it was toasted at all. But it wasn't. It was. You could have brought that shit on the flip flop. It'd have been amazing. It really was. It really was that good. No, hands down, for real. What chef would you want to work for as your younger self, as a mentor? We'll start with you, Brian.
I'll be honest, Ed, probably you.
Same answer here.
Probably you, Ed. I'm not gonna.
Here, 100%.
Only because and after you would definitely be Robbie. No disrespect to everybody else in the house, but just through experience and you know what I mean. Because like, no disrespect to everybody on the show, but like half of them were like private chefs. Not saying they can't run a restaurant or work in the line. I just come from that like Sergey, like doing 300, 400, 500 covers, like being in the fire, being in the weeds, like that's where like I excel at, you know what I mean? So it's like I would definitely want to work with, probably work under you, I'll be honest.
And
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I feel that way even more now, but I felt that way after plate one. That chicken dish that you put up in the first round was like, man, it's one thing to make one pretty plate that's like an entree going out to somebody. It's another thing altogether to make a buffet portion for everybody that looks sexy, and your shit looked good.
Right.
I was like, he's come to fucking play.
Yeah, that popcorn fucking polenta was smacking.
Yeah. That was happy little accidents. I think so. The funny thing about that first cook, because I was sandwiched between you guys, right? So it wasn't planned. You know, we planned the room thing. We seen all the girls were like, yo, we got
2 4s, 1 3. I'm good with that. I don't need any more variables.
Exactly. Let's get to 3. Yeah, that was planned. But I had the perfect vantage point for both you guys. And I'm gonna tell you, look, I looked over at you, Brian. I was like, oh, this dude's making squid and pasta. I look at the clock.
Dude,
I'm like,
I was nervous, man. I'm not gonna I was nervous. I was nervous.
It's moving. It's trucking, bro. I'm like, hey, but listen, that was an amazing thing. And plus, remember, so this is something that the watching the show you might not know. We were just talking, shooting the shit, right? And then that fucking printer went off. Like, and we know, and listen, like, and that shows the how in the chef fraternity, we heard that everybody heard that print and it's perked up like, is that a ticket?
We were like, we were talking bottles back. We were doing shots and shit. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. Oh, they letting us get drunk before we gotta go get it. That's craziness. Let's get a little more deep into who you are. That because I think the one thing I think we all agree, and all the castmates agree, because I've talked to them all, that they didn't show a lot of the social aspects, and that was my favorite part. I mean, I love the food. Don't get me wrong. I love all of that.
Yo, hold on a second.
We had
say I look like a snack?
Bonding moments.
What?
No,
man.
Yeah, you look like a bearded snack.
Robbie, put some of that garlic butter on me, buddy. I look just like the Wonder Bread. Put that garlic butter on me.
If you're the snack, I'm the meal.
No, but so
hey, it's all good. It's all good.
I guess I'll be a little chocolate candy on it.
Truffle.
So
delicious.
Yeah. But no, so I want to get more into like the personal aspects of. I think the one thing that the show, it's not that it lacked, but that it did not convey was the personal aspects of how those interactions happen, and then each individual person's personality and how it shows. It all shows in different ways. So to get to know everybody better, first and foremost, let me do this because I'm that guy that brings out.
Yeah. How you steal that? You stole that.
And I ain't feeling.
They didn't let me take any pictures.
Okay.
They
didn't let me take. No. I got another one.
Oh my God. See, I left that in the book. I left that in the book.
I got another one. That's why you better get. Listen.
That's the whole.
Oh, this guy. What? You talking about this book?
Mementos and shit.
So, listen. I don't save a lot of shit, But there was. I remember. I wish if I had a camera, I would have took the picture. So it was a point in time, and I had the vantage point of both of you guys. So where my bed was. So I got the book from Brian. For those who don't know, Brian actually went to the library for the room. So I got the book from Brian. Robbie's reading a book.
Yeah.
The part 2 to this.
No.
The prequel, right?
Part two.
What's the part 2? The part 2 to this, and Brian's reading a book that he wouldn't lend out, and I'm reading this book, and we're sitting down. I'm looking across. I'm like, yes, it was a cool image. It really was a cool image. So let's get to know each other a little better for the people that don't know. So Robbie, I'm gonna ask you, do you have a secret talent? We know you can cook, bro. We know you're a badass. We listen. I know all of that already. I know one, but that's not a secret because people know that you're a fucking pool shark. So don't say that. So okay. Anybody that comes in any close proximity to Robbie Jester, and you think that you want to bet to play pool, don't. I do not. I swear to God, do not. He beat me like handily with a drink in his hand while talking and having a full conversation. Now I was thoroughly invested in this game, and I'm like, okay, well, fuck pool. The pool won't happen. I won't win that way. So, what is your secret talent outside of everything else you got?
I do card tricks too. So I was big into it when I was younger, and I was really, really good. Taking some years off, but I do card tricks. I did a few of them on the show in the downtime, but you don't really get to see that. And as for the pool game, I absolutely whooped some ass in pool. Also didn't get to see that.
Absolutely. Okay, Brian. No, don't you even do it. If you don't say it, I'll say it. Don't you do it.
I play the drums. I used to be a DJ, so.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, yeah.
You said it like it's nonchalant.
Talk about it, but like all through high school and like stuff like that, I was the DJ and stuff like that. But I've been playing the drums since I was like 8, 9 years old, school bands and all that stuff. So, you know.
Right. I don't know if you know or not, but that's what this whole thing's about. It's about talking about it.
I didn't read that email.
So I need you. Yeah. You exactly. So I don't know if you remember. So we were talking like right when we got in the house, and we were talking about what they're doing. And you know who the other drummer is, right?
No. Oh yeah, I do.
Sergey.
Remember that? Yes.
Sergey's the drummer. Yeah. Sergey's the drummer too.
Shit, tapping shit.
Hey, I'm like, yeah. I was like,
it took me like 3 days to remember his name. I'm like, what? How do you say his name? I'm like,
I actually remember that.
Sergey.
I remember that.
I don't know
how to say it. I say, I don't know how to say it. I say, what's the Russian kid's name, man? I'm like, Sergey.
No, but Sergey is so used to it. He was like, just call me Serge, bro.
I was like, my bad.
He was like, just call me Serge. So he's used to it. No. I'm a stickler for remembering somebody's name, and because I've had my name butchered, and I don't know why. I have an easy fucking name, which is why it's just Ed. Don't say anything. Just don't call me anything else. It's crazy.
Ed.
Okay.
Ed. Same
if
question.
Not cooking. Yes.
What's your secret talent?
Don't say making music. We already know that.
I can't say making music. It's not a secret. I would say art. So actually, I was an art major. Like my initial. Okay, you remember those in the back of the magazine that had the picture of the dog or the what was it that you would draw and send it back and we'll accept you to the art school. Remember that? Okay, so I did that, and I was offered all these things. In New York, LaGuardia School of Arts, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Bob Ross? Okay, so I got really good at paintings like fast. So my whole thing was like, okay, the show was 30 minutes. I got to be able to paint the same painting he can do in 30 minutes. And so I was my pops went out and he went to Blick and got me all this paint and everything, and I got really good at just painting. And so I would do paintings and things of that nature. It's in the moment. I'm just one of those guys that's just, if it's art driven or something in that manner, I'm all in. I just love it. Yeah. If not cooking, what would you be doing for a living? Yeah, Robbie.
Man, I would have answered like years ago. I would have answered this a lot different. If not cooking, I think I would be in marketing and advertising. I really enjoy the formulation of brands, the positioning of brands, the marketing of brands. I think that it would be something in marketing and advertising.
Absolutely. I can see that. Totally. Actually.
If I wasn't cooking?
Brian, same question.
That was the question? I'd probably be managing a restaurant.
Sir.
If I wasn't in the back of the house.
So you still be in the restaurant.
Either that. Yeah, or I would have just kept DJing. But the problem was it wasn't paying my bills at the time. You know what I mean? Like I needed to make more money. I have an expensive lifestyle. The $200-300 a night wasn't cutting it for me. I needed to stop making.
It's not going to do it.
Double that.
It's not going to do it.
I need to make money.
I am definitely
absolutely.
As far as getting
in those days,
personally, I am definitely the cheapest date on this live.
Especially back then, Brian, because you had to buy vinyl. You couldn't go download a bunch of stuff. No. You had to go
two of my
Top
friends
two.
used to come carry the stuff with me, man. You know what I mean? I was at the cusp where it was starting to turn digital, so I didn't know where it was gonna go. But if I would have known I just needed a backpack and a Mac, I probably would have just stuck to it because I'm really passionate about that. But it just got to the point where I needed to make money, and I knew that if I just kept cooking and honing my skills, you know, I would eventually make great money. You know what I'm saying?
Done. Hired as a DJ at the wedding. Done. Is that? Boom. Okay. If you could cook for anyone, pre or postmortem, who would it be?
It'd be my grandfather. Because
why is that?
Was a hunter and he cooked his whole life, and like we did all the holidays at his house. He was just a badass cook, He'd hunt and he died when I was young, so like he didn't get to see me grow up probably past like I don't know 10, 11 years old. But I used to remember going to his house on the holiday. We'd have big parties at his house, like 60 people. My family's big, so that kind of disintegrated after he left. So but definitely.
Okay.
So I would say my mom's mom. Grammy was you know, they were farmers, lived on a farm, they preserved everything got frozen, everything got made into something, and she was the grandparent I lost first. So she got to see the least of my career and the least of my personality, but I think that she would really enjoy the food. And she was also the grandparent to me that was the most spicy, the most bubbly. And I think that she would have eaten this shit up. So I would love to be able to cook for her.
Yeah. Absolutely. Pause for the cause. Tuffy, what's up? So for me, it would be my grandmother. So my big mother. It's my mother's mother. So you know how like you have these relationships with people that other people in your circle have relationships with as well, but their experience is different than yours. So I didn't know that my grandmother didn't cook. Like when my mom and my aunts and uncles were growing up. When I was at Big Mommy's house, she made stuff. And she made, like to this day, I won't eat a tuna fish sandwich because nothing tastes like what my grandmother did. And she would, it was the simplest thing. Like we'd bake bread together and, you know, we go get some hot house tomatoes and she seasoned tomatoes and make sure she would put green onions in it instead of raw onions, white onions or yellow onions, and just the simple things, you know, mayo, but a little bit of Miracle Whip, you know. Now I know, like, you should put a little bit of, you can just put a little bit of but I mean, now, I mean, it is what it is, but hindsight being 2020, it's like that experience, and I just wanted to be able to repay her for the love affair that I fall into, which is food and why, and those memories that are sparked every time I, you know, touch a knife or plan a menu of anything.
So before the show, I had zero tattoos. And it was kind of like one of those things growing up. I had like grandparents that didn't want it. My dad was kind of against it or whatever. And when I came home, I just was like, you know what? I've always wanted one. I'm going to get one. So like this one, if you can see it. So in the middle, it has, I look at you and I'm home. So that's for my wife. It was in the wedding and stuff like that. Ed came to the wedding, so he knows. Brian was busy, so he don't know.
Yes.
Listen,
Brian was
man,
busy.
You have no idea. You have no idea how
He's a mercenary.
bad I feel about that, man. It was impossible.
That's all right. You're still a part of it. You were still there in spirit. So all this is going to be like food memories of my family. So this is like my mom's spaghetti and meat sauce.
Oh, that's dope.
And then the jelly jar here is because my one grandmother, she had like a second grade education. She couldn't read and write. But she wanted to contribute to the house, so she would make jelly, but she couldn't write the labels. So whenever we would come over, me and my brother would write all the labels, all of the strawberry jelly, grape jelly, whatever it was, and then we'd go to the farmer's market with her, and she would sell it, and that's how she like contributed. So it kind of always taught me that like it doesn't matter like how little resources you think you have. If you're resourceful, you can still make things happen.
That's dope.
That's sick. That's sick. I really, that was a great story. And I would love to taste some grandma's jelly. Here's a fun fact, and listen, I don't know if anybody else has tried this. Anybody else out there in the world, if you take any jelly or jam and just about any cheese except for labneh, like kill all the labneh. By the way, that's my hashtag. My new hashtag is damn the labneh. Anyway, take any cheese will make a phenomenal grilled cheese. So cheddar, I don't care what jelly or jam you want to use, any fruit preserve, and good melting cheese. Let me say that. So your cheddar, your provolone, your Munster,
Big
your
Munster fan.
Gouda, all those different. Yeah, yes, I love Munster. And so, fun fact, check that out. All right, so now is the point in time in the broadcast for. We're gonna ask a few questions, and the first viewer that answers correctly is going to be invited into the live to ask one question of their own to you guys.
Love it.
And also to me, I guess. So, here's the first question. Everybody paying attention out there? Okay. What day did the pressure cooker debut? First answer gets in.
Nobody?
Nobody knows, huh?
Nobody wants to join.
Nobody
Everybody's
knows.
Googling that shit.
Boom.
Everybody. Friday.
Boom.
What date? January 6th. There we go.
Shout out to, I did see Gina and Kristen in the live with us. So shout out to them.
I think Renee joined too. What's up, girls?
What's up, ladies? Who did I pin? What's her name? Say her name so I can put her in. I got her. Karen, you're in. I just sent you an invite, Karen.
What up, Serg? Sergey's here.
Oh, yeah?
What's up, Sergey? Karen, where'd she go?
Scared to come on up?
She went to get her hat.
Here we go. Yeah, she needed to,
What up?
hold on. What is the read up name? Ceci what?
Ceci B.
Read it up to me. Okay. Invite. All right, Karen. Let's try it again.
Yeah, so I think actually
do this, Karen. Karen, do this. Do this, Karen. Send me an invite to join. Request to join, sorry, and I'll let you in. So send me an invite. Ceci B70, that's Karen. Send me an invite and I'll let you in. Okay? So you can ask your question. Let's line them up then. So let's go for the next one while I wait for that to happen. The next question for someone. Name all 11 chefs of the pressure cooker.
Ed is drinking a very fancy purplish cocktail.
It looks like something Chef Renee made. I swear to God, Renee made you that drink. Show that drink. That's something Renee made. Renee's really big on a drink. Oh. This is so look. If you guys want to know, if you guys are interested, I will post the recipe to the drink. Oh, there she is. Hi.
Matter of fact, I'm just gonna do it anyway.
So,
I'll post the recipe to the drink.
This is
actually
my sous chef's mom. That's who this is. She got like a secret Instagram handle.
I see that. Okay, Karen.
Yes.
What is your question?
My question is, what is your favorite thing, each of you? What's your favorite thing to make? Like, what brings you the most joy in the kitchen to make?
Pasta, filled pasta. I would say that the pasta changes depending on what time of year it is, what ingredients are in, and shit like that. But just pasta, it's very therapeutic. Yeah.
I've had your pasta.
It did beat a guy on Food Network.
It did beat a guy. Yeah. I heard a little bit about
I would have to say the same.
Brian, how about you?
There's just it's either that or risotto. Like I really love making risotto.
You stole my
risotto.
answer.
I'm not gonna say pasta because he did it, but I'm a huge pasta fan. There's something therapeutic about it, like you said. It's and you need an art to it. You can't just. It's not like making like a pizza dough or something. Like it takes a lot of love. So and I make a lot of fresh pasta every day over there. So it's like I enjoy my job every day. So do that in risotto.
Okay.
Ed, what about you?
First and foremost, Renee Sergey, what's up? See the jump Tuffy, what's up? All right, for me, it has to be because he took my risotto. That would have been my answer, but I have one that's better. Sauces.
Okay.
And the reason being, so my first like big job was as a saucier, and I played a part on everybody's plate, on all the other stations' plates, and it was very important for that job. And then the restaurant I was working at was, we had to make the stocks, had to do the reductions, and I have a real affinity and a real love for very clean, pronounced flavored profile sauce. And so, yeah, sauce. Okay.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See you later, okay?
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so we are going to...
Oh, yeah. There's a bunch
Anybody answer that question?
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Okay, grab the first one. What's the first one, Robbie?
Devin_Fisk24.
Devin_Fisk24. Request
Actually,
to get in, and I'll let you in, bro.
Didn't have them all, though. Didn't have them all.
Oh, well,
Didn't
see,
have
you just
Christine
sold him a
on
dream
there.
now. Who got them all?
Ellie.gaff.
Oh.
Ellie.
Send me a request, Ellie.
.gaff.
Send us a request. I'll let you in.
Whoever asked how long it takes for panna cotta to set, more time than Brian took and less time than I took. How's that for a fucking answer?
Listen. Way too soon.
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
Somebody said asking for a friend. How long does it take for panna cotta to set? I said longer than Brian took and less than I took.
Yeah.
All right, fuckers.
Okay. Ellie's on her way in. That was pretty funny.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
God. This is my cousin and his fiance.
How you doing?
We had to tune in for Brian.
That's my cousin and her fiance.
Brian's my godfather.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I am.
He's mine too. Not
Yeah. Okay, what's you guys' question?
I want to know.
You still only get. Hey, listen, by the way.
What was the number one
you
thing
still only get one question
connected
I'll give
on
it to
in
you.
the house that kind of made you close together? Yeah, outside of age.
Us three?
Hey.
Are you trying to say we the? Are you trying to say we the old
See you
guys?
down there.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, go.
Go ahead. I think when I first walked in the house and I met you guys, I feel like there was just a natural energy between us three, and we kind of just we just had a sick chemistry together, like conversation wise, like we just vibed. It was a group. We vibed together. I think better than some other people.
Yeah, I think I was looking at these two guys and going, you know what? I know they've been through it too. There's like a camaraderie when you've been in it for a while and you've worked the nice side of the business and you've worked the shitty side of the business. There's like a camaraderie there. There's like a couple bags right here that each one of us has got. That it was like, that's just my type of person.
Absolutely. For me, it was a couple of different things. So, Robbie's a huge dog lover, as is mine.
Brody.
I see your dog. What's your dog's name? Brody. Okay. So Robbie's a huge pet lover, and as am I. And Brian was hurting for his boy when he was there.
Honey.
He was hurting for his son. And I'm a proud father of 6. And I too secretly was not secretly, but I was going through my own turmoils, and I missed some birthdays, actually 2 birthdays. So my eldest daughter and my youngest daughter are born on the same day, 14 years
Yo,
apart.
we
Swear to
sang
God,
him
it's
happy
planned.
birthday. They didn't even show it.
It's still
In the confessional.
yeah, we did. That's right. How did they make the
I don't
show?
know.
How did they make the show? Anyway, Renee made a bomb ass cake. You know, it was a good time. See, speaking. So that was the tie that binds for me, and then just the fact of, you know, these dudes really wanted to. They were really rooting for me, and I felt the same way. Like I wanted both of them to do well, and I don't even know if it made the show or not, but I told Robbie well before the final, like, dude, and I told Brian the same thing, dude, a win for you is a win for me. I'm not tripping. I mean, and I'm gonna do anything possible to make sure that if I can help you, I'm gonna help you. Except for that breakfast challenge. That was.
You had a job to do.
I'm mad. I'm not mad. You know, I'm not mad.
It's all good.
It was cool to see the support for each other through the show, for sure.
It's for everybody. There's no hate amongst anybody on the show. It's not. You know, it's like I've been getting people like, you know, forget Renee for like roasting you, and I said, yo, listen, I'm not even mad at Renee. That's my homegirl. Like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like they just happen to show her talking about me. We all were talking respectfully shit about each other. If you did something wrong from a chef to a chef, you're gonna get criticized about it. It's not. It wasn't
no
hate. Yeah, there's nothing personal. It's all. It's just real shit, man. Like
that's what happened on the line at the restaurant. I'm sure.
Yeah,
you know, somebody screws up a dish. It's like, dude,
listen, you criticize, shut up, replayed it, do something else. After work, you're having a beer. Like it's not. It's the nature of the business.
I like
some people don't understand that. To the people that watch this show, they don't really, you know, they sit home and they watch the show. They don't understand what really goes on in the kitchen and like the fire that's back there and the stress. Like it's not like just because we're talking shit to each other doesn't mean we're arguing or we're fighting. It's just the nature of the business. You know what I mean? You get off work, you grab a cocktail, you take everybody out to drink, you wake up the next day and you do the same shit show. You got to be crazy to do what we do. You either love this. You guys will agree.
Yeah,
you either love what you do or you wouldn't be doing this, because it's insane to the normal person.
100%.
You know what I mean? People don't understand
100%.
that. You know?
Absolutely. Okay, so I got one more question. So unfortunately, I gotta let you guys go.
Real quick, because a bunch of people in the comments were asking about Gina, how we feel about Gina. I can only speak for me, but I think that number one, Gina was probably the funnest person in the house.
Yeah.
Off camera, she was probably the funnest person in the house.
Mike was hilarious, man. Mike had me in tears. Hey, Gina was my homegirl. So listen, I don't mean to cut you off, but quick story. So when we first arrived on the set, when we got to the studio, we were all in different rooms. I don't know if Gina's on here, but I know Gina was in the room next to me. She literally was banging on the wall like, Brian. I'm like, I don't even know this girl, like, but she knew I was next door. It was so funny. But that was something we were laughing about it on the show. It was hilarious. So, but yeah, Gina's awesome. Gina came to play. Like, all due respect, Gina came in different than everybody else. Like she had an.
And listen, Gina will get her time to shine, and I think the one thing that Gina, we all agree on is that everybody was in that house for a reason, and that's what it is. Okay, I got one last question for somebody out there. First person to answer this correctly is getting in and ask the question of their choice. Is a tomato
that's an easy
fruit
question
or vegetable?
Oh,
not for you.
I'm already on the show.
Is a tomato a fruit or vegetable? Feel free to answer. And none of the pressure cooker 11.
Oh, let one of them answer.
Please don't.
She's on it.
FE515.
There we go.
The girl Christine. I think you tried to get her on already. She can't get on for some reason.
No. So Han Christine, HAN_Christine, send a request and I'll let you in.
We should do this again.
Okay,
this has been fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My drink is gone and it's delicious, by the way. I mean, no. Listen, I know that's delicious. I know that's delicious. Oh, your shirt is fire, Brian.
So I'm just gonna give them a shout out. I don't even know them or anything like that, but this company right here, True Cooks, I get a lot of their stuff. You're probably familiar with it. I'm not getting paid by them or anything like that. I'm just putting it out there for like, yeah, they got the dopest like kitchen gear, like as far as like shit, like the gnocchi shit. They do shit like that, like cool innuendos and stuff. It's dope.
Yeah.
Is she hopping in? Is she not hopping in? What's going on?
She's hopping.
There we go.
I hit the button. So
hey,
there she goes. Hey, welcome.
Good. How are you?
How are you?
I'm
awesome.
Good. So what was your favorite challenge, even if you didn't participate in it, that you would want to do?
Oh, well, that's easy for me. The only one I missed. If I would love to know. So the monochromatic challenge was right up my alley. Like for me, because I've done it. Like I just as a way to keep my skills sharpened, I would play those little games for myself, and it was so. And it could be tongue in cheek, right? So actually, Robbie did it. Robbie did it with his color orange. He used salmon, which is not actually orange, but it's in that hue. So it's a chance to do some. I would have tried to pick green though, and you see who put green. I would have loved to do that, obviously.
So for me, that monochromatic challenge was it for me. I really like that challenge. That's something watching other shows like Top Chef and stuff like that that I was super duper afraid of, and then when it happened, I was like, I'm in.
I think if I ended up staying on the show, it'd probably been the one where you cooked for your family. Like I would have been soup for my wife to come on TV and stuff like that, and then her try to figure out what everybody's cooking. You know what I mean? So that's definitely what.
I wouldn't have been able to keep both of y'all at bay. I couldn't. I wouldn't have been. I was falling apart. Robbie was falling apart. I don't even want
when they walked in. I had to turn around and have a fucking moment.
Yeah.
Like I was crying.
I was crying at home, so it's fine.
Ed looked at me. He was like, "We got shit to do." Yeah. I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah. So thank you for your question. I really appreciate
Have a good one.
you. Thank you so much. All right, take care. All right, now's that part of the show where we have some closing remarks in regards. So I'm gonna start with you, Robbie. What is, if you can get one point across, that you don't feel got conveyed in a proper manner, what would that be?
No matter what you do, look, we all have different professions, right? We're all chefs, but the way that we chef is completely different and individual to each one of us. So no matter what it is you do it your way, the most you that you can possibly do it. And if there's somebody out there that's telling you that you can't do it your way, they are full of shit. It's because you doing it your way makes them uncomfortable. And you can't go on with your life living in other people's viewpoint and other people's box. So whatever you do, the way that you do it your way, and you will find success. If you do it somebody else's way, you will be miserable and resentful the rest of your fucking life. So
what I gotta say is kind of reflects kind of what Robbie's saying. So basically, just like my story, like there's probably people out there. I'm getting a lot of support, which is I didn't know what was gonna happen when the show came on. I thought I was gonna get roasted, like, oh, you suck, you should have went home. Like I listened to all the trolls on Twitter. I laugh. It is, that. But I didn't think I'd get so much positive feedback. Like I'm getting DMs for inspiration for like cooks at home that are young. Like I didn't go to school and like you inspired me, which is like I was crying at work the other day. I couldn't even take it. I had to like take my watch off. But I think the point is that just because you didn't go to the CIA or JWU or anything like that, all you got to do is really just pay attention at work and learn what that person above you is doing. And like Robbie said, like if that person's telling you can't do it or you're not good enough, go work somewhere else. You go work for another chef that wants to show you. Like the people in my kitchen, I let them vibe. I want them to be better than me. I can't do anything else in life if I work with these people that aren't trying to get on my level. You know what I mean? Like I'm really a hustler by heart. Like I'm an entrepreneur. Like I want to open up other stuff. And you can't do that without a good team. So if you don't believe in your team and you don't put that morale and you don't soup them to do stuff, then you're never gonna be able to grow. So like it's all about growth. There's some like Robbie said, if someone's preventing you from growing, then you need to go work for somebody else. Because listen to me. My whole life they told me I wasn't gonna do anything. You this and that. You're gonna get in trouble with the law. When you're young, you do a lot of dumb shit. Everybody does. You know what I mean? But like, someone tells me I'm not gonna do it, I'm gonna go do it just to prove them wrong. That's just me. Like, you know what I mean? Just do it. So if there's anybody out there that thinks that they can't do something, do it. Just do it. Do it.
Right. And ironically, mine is in the same vein. And it's not a surprise to me. So I'm a firm believer in you will miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And if you do not believe in yourself to a fault, then nobody else will. So 90% of times, and I tell my kids this all the time, like if your dreams are not scary big, then you got to dream another one, because you got to dream outlandish dreams, so that and I need you to be passionate about something. What keeps you up at night? So whatever that is, that thing that keeps you up at night, that makes you want to succeed in a manner. So before I went to school, I went to my chef that I was working for when I was working Garment J. I was like, listen, how can I order a 50-pound sack of carrots and a 50-pound sack of potatoes? And I learned how to tourne with the 8-inch chef knife, because I only had an 8-inch chef knife. And so I got a book from the library, Dewey Decimal System. I had to go find that bitch, and I Googled it. And I got all the knife cuts.
Well, that's the good thing now too, Ed. Like the social media and the Google, you can learn anything. Like
you can, but you know what you can't? You know what you can't learn?
Ambition.
Drive and passion. Drive and passion. You can't teach it. And so I would have to say that whatever that dream is, whatever it is that you want to do, if you're not wholeheartedly invested, because and stop telling everybody your dreams too, because I'm pretty sure when Steve Jobs was talking about the Mac, he sounded crazy. Like, oh, I'm gonna have this device that we can connect with people. It's gonna talk to you, by the way, and you'll be able to surf and talk to people from all over the world. That sounds crazy. Until it was something that was tangible, it didn't make any sense. Make your dream. People will jump on board when they see not your efforts to do some
not
flowers.
Just they'll think you're crazy, but like if you do have an idea and you fail at it, they're gonna roast you for it. You know what I mean? So it's a double-sided sword.
So since coming home from the show, I've really gotten into Steve Harvey as a motivational speaker. And Steve Harvey says all the time,
absolutely,
you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person.
Yeah, I seen him say that too.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
And
absolutely.
I saw some comments just like, it's funny that we're three people from three completely different backgrounds put in a house to cook together. And the closing message, we didn't rehearse. We didn't talk about it, but the closing message is the same. And what I want to say about the team in this house, in the pressure cooker house, the one correlating factor I believe we all have is that we truly and honestly want the best for the team that works with us and the people around us.
Yeah.
And absolutely. I would give that rather than personal success every day of the week. And I think that is absolutely that is the core of this group of people in this house, whether it's Gina, Renee, Sergey, Caroline, Kristen, Liv, Lana. Everyone wants more for the people around them than they do for themselves.
The other thing that I admired with everybody in the house was nobody was trying to eliminate really the threats. Everybody really wanted to go head to head with the top dog in the house. Like it was,
not true.
You know what I'm saying.
I mean, yes and no, but I hear what you're saying.
While I was there, I didn't see what happened.
That swiftly changed.
Right
that swiftly changed.
And
like the very next one, exactly. With that being said, first and foremost, fellas, man, listen, I genuinely love you dudes, man, like for real. And I respect and admire you. And if I got nothing more from this show than to meet you fellas and to be able to learn and talk and those long conversations we have that they will never air because it's on the cutting room floor, I've won. And that is all I could wish for, you know. So I have lifelong brothers, and I love and respect you guys, man. And
love you too, man.
We'll do this again sometime. All right. So everybody that was watching, thank you for joining in. I see there's some questions out there. Stay tuned. I also have to announce, so we'll be doing this Accoutrements live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Later on tonight, I'll announce Wednesday's guest. That's TBD. We will get everybody though. Everybody will have their time to shine and sit down and let's do this thing here. So thank you fellas. Love you guys. Everybody that watch. Chef Porter out.
Later, bro.